here it is, CK-4010 hydrostat, the front end loader. It's got a 60-inch bucket on it, industrial tires. They're filled, the rears are filled, and I've had it a little over a year. Has a little over 100 hours on it. Let me tell you what I think about it. I had a TC 33D New Holland prior to this that I had for 18 years. I bought used when it was 3 years old, and it was a very good tractor. Had two problems with it. One, it did not have a front end loader. Maybe three problems. They all had turf tires, and I really needed something a little better than that. And it was slightly underpowered for what I wanted to do. And so when it was about, I guess it was about 18 years old, I decided I really wanted a front end loader. So I got to looking around, and first of all, this is my first YouTube video, so please be gentle. I'm a virgin to it. So there's not a bad tractor out there. I felt like the Kioti met my needs and had all the features that I was interested in, and I thought it was a pretty good price on it. Two complaints. Let me get to the thing. Two or three issues I've noticed with it. One, these lights up here. I've already ran into something with this one. I've had to tape it. It's loose. I'm not sure where else you'd put them. They also have holes here that you could mount them on the fenders, but I think I'd knock those off because the New Hollands were on the TC were right around here, right about there, and I had knocked all of those off over the years. I'm not sure how Kioti could design them any different. I know if you put them on the roll bar, when you roll the roll bar all the way down, it's going to block them, so I'm not really sure, but that's something I haven't been real pleased with. Turnbuckles. The New Holland had adjustable. They didn't have the turnbuckles. They had the little pins that you could move, which I really like that. I've already lost one of these, the little U-joint down there. You can see some new pins, cotter keys and stuff in there. I had to replace, and you have to take a wrench to loosen them and tighten them. So not sure about that. I did have upgraded and got the adjustable 3-point lower links, which I do like. That New Holland had that. Why didn't I buy another New Holland? It's kind of a long story, but I have nothing bad to say about them whatsoever. I also have a slight leak underneath the steering column that, I mean, just a drop every now and then, and it's up under the steering column. That appears to be a pump. And my first service, I took it in and told them about it. They took the dash off, checked on it, so they tightened everything down. It still leaks. It appears to leak only when I turn the steering wheel, because they said they ran it for a couple hours and it didn't leak, but they weren't driving it. They were just sitting it in the lot. So I came back, started turning the steering wheel, it leaks again. So I'm gonna get them to look at that the next time I take it in for the service. I think I did a first service at like 60-ish hours, I guess it was. We've had 3 regens done on this. The first one was at 32 hours. The second one was like 60, mid-60s. I wrote it down somewhere. And the third one was in the 90s, a 90-hour range. So it appears to be every 30 to 33 hours it goes through a regen. I don't know if that's because that's computer controlled and at every 30-something hours it's going to do it, or whether it related to my use and the filter clogging up. Had no issues with that. I was driving it all 3 times when the lights came on, and had no issues with it. I could tell it was on. Once I smelled something a little funny. It smells kind of like a sweet smell. I can't really explain it. And looked down and I saw that the light was on. Also the engine, the tone of the engine changes just a little. But other than that, there's no issues. I kept running it the way it did. It lasted for maybe 10-12 minutes and it was over. I did one manual regen right after the third automatic regen just to see, just to make sure everything was going well, see if I knew what I was doing. And that lasted for about maybe 25 minutes. And it did a manual regen. Didn't need it, but I forced it to, and no issues there. Let's see. I haven't been able to use it as much as I want because of the weather. The weather's absolutely terrible. You can see all the water. We've had rain, rain, rain. First little bit of sunshine we've seen in several weeks here in North Georgia. There were 2 Kioti dealers within a 50-mile radius of my home. I checked them both out. When it really comes down to a compact tractor, or any tractor, in my opinion, dealer, and your comfort with the dealer is really how you should base your opinion. But this tractor's been a very good tractor so far. I like it. It weighs probably around 4,000 pounds, so it weighs a good 1,000 to 1,200 pounds more than my New Holland did. My New Holland did not have the front end loader, as I mentioned, and the turf tires. I wanted to change that out. The level indicator. I have yet to find a tractor that it works exactly right. I had to put tape, as you see here, to know that when it gets to this tape right here, I know that the bucket is level. I think it's designed that if this is all the way meets right here, then it would be level, but I've turned it upside down, I've changed it, I still get same results. But my father and I own a Kubota, and at another farm, it's pretty much the same story on it. It doesn't, I had to put a mark on it to keep it to know where it was level. Anyway, let's see. That's about it. I'd buy another one. Been very pleased with it, and maybe I'll do another video and with it in use. I'll also talk about my thoughts on other tractors. I can't remember if I mentioned earlier, I was raised on a dairy farm. I know a little bit about tractors, but I'm not mechanically inclined. And we always had internationals growing up in the 70s and early 80s. And so I'm not a complete novice when it comes to tractors. But overall, very pleased with this. YouTube helped me a little bit making decisions about what I was interested in. And maybe I'll do some more reviews once I figure out how to do all this. And again, I'm doing this off the cuff, so I rambled, apologize, and if you have questions, please contact me, let me know. Thank you.